Okay, so I think we've got to talk about these releases as well. And before we get into the releases, a couple things. Number one, these are human beings. In one case, it's a husband and a wife that now are not employed. Now they do get 90-day severances and things like that. They are not going to be employed. So this sucks for everybody. It also happens every single year around WrestleMania. Not because TKO took over. Vince McMahon did the same thing as well. It's not the TKO bosses that said that you have to fire this person, this person, this person. They said you have to free up this much money. Yes, they're making a lot of money. It's what it is, okay? So there's nothing new about any of this. That being said, there's a few people on this list that really, it sucks. And I want to start with Apollo Crews. Apollo Crews came into NXT in the WWE. His name, Chris, was Uhaa Nation. That was his name. And he was really big on the independents. And he's got the look. He was a great wrestler. For whatever reason, it never happened in WWE. Was there a glass ceiling for him? Probably. I am very excited to see him go somewhere else, whether it be AEW, New Japan, Ring of Honor, which is AEW as well, TNA Wrestling, all that good stuff. I want to see him succeed. I think that was somebody, not one of the top ones, but I'd love to see him succeed and get a chance.
R.I.P. Apollo Crews, the South African prince character just never really kind of worked. Like the idea, you kind of got it. It was from a forgotten day. It just wasn't ever going to really happen. Then he kind of went away and sort of did some things in NXT and kind of was just sort of a badass, had to kind of run with Baron Corbin there for a bit. Baron Corbin got fired. That tore the rug out from under him again. He just never really had he just never really had a faction he could go with. He just never was over enough to be a guy that you cared if he was wrestling for the U.S. belt or the Intercontinental Championship. And it's a bum deal. And RIP to his legendary run as the main event in so many straight main event telecasts. Like I saw this minute and a half clip on Twitter of like Apollo Crews versus like one of the Creed brothers, or Apollo Crews versus Ludwig Kaiser, or Apollo Crews versus Giovanni Vinci when he was still apparently around for a while. I don't even know where to watch main event. I'm so in on WWE wrestling that I would watch main event if I could figure out how to watch it. I don't even know how to watch it, but apparently Apollo Crews was legendary for main event all of those telecasts.
Chris, did anybody who I guess stood out to you that someone's like, I really wish they would have gotten more of a shot?
Kairi Sane, I thought they really minimized her role as Asuka's partner. I thought she was great in the ring. She had some really good matches. I was surprised. She was right in the middle of a storyline. She seemed to be in the middle between Asuka and Io Sky, so I was a little bit surprised. I thought she was a good wrestler. I guess that would be my pick.
Yeah, so Kairi Sane, it's weird because she should interfere in the Backlash match and cost Asuka the match. I mean, that's what should happen, but it's not going to happen if she doesn't work there anymore, Rod.
Isn't she
Rod, what's your thoughts?
I was going to say, isn't she the R-Truth of the cuts this time, Jimmy? The one that everybody seems to be heard about, the one that all the talent seems to be saying the most about. Like, don't we think there's a world, and like Kairi Sane herself said something very, very cryptic, like she's being smart and making sure that the door can still be open for her to come back.
Yeah.
So like, don't we think there's a world where we maybe see Kairi Sane here before the end of the summer? Like, I certainly do.
We might. I hope so. Now, I think there are some rumors that she wanted to move back to Japan again, but who knows about that? You really never know. So many other Aleister Black and go ahead. You're good.
Why at 6? What? I mean, what? We got rid of an entire faction. We made such a big deal out of this faction. You have the legacy of Bray Wyatt, which seems to mean so much to you. You have Alexa Bliss, who's still there, who we don't say anything, but she's still sort of doing the character that Bray Wyatt created, right? Like she still carries the doll sometimes. She's still, wearing the black and all of the stuff that she first did when Bray Wyatt took her underneath her wing. So like we have this whole Bray Wyatt shadow over the WWE, and you're just like, you know what, Dexter Lumis, you're a heck of a worker. You have some of the most expressive eyes in professional wrestling. We've got no use for you anymore. Joe Gacy, you actually have incredible athletic ability for a portly fellow. We have no use for you anymore. right? And I know Eric Rowan is long in the tooth and can't really move anymore, but professional wrestling is still a sight thing. That's a scary looking dude. He did everything that you needed him to do. And I think the only move for the Wyatt Six would have been take Uncle Howdy's stupid Max off. Just make him Bo Dallas. And it probably would have been better. I didn't get all the time and effort we wasted on Wyatt Six to just fire all of them. And RIP Nikki Cross. She deserved way better. She barely even got to fight in the Wyatt Six.